Man, this thing is so dirty. And honestly, I don't even know if you guys can tell. I just switched this camera to 4K 60, and I swear 60 frames per second makes everything look cleaner than it really is. But this thing is so filthy, so dirty. But it's been raining here. The weather's kind of sucked. I'm actively working on improving my video quality. So now we're shooting 4K 30 on the front-facing camera on my iPhone 16 Pro Max in cinema. But the weather's been kind of shitty here, and it's been raining. It rained like a lot this morning, but it actually dried up. So I'm gonna take the car out because I don't really care. My wife, she asked me the other day, she goes, Kevin, why do people say that they've never seen rain? Their C8's never seen rain. I'm like, I don't know. They think it's gonna melt or something. Mine ain't. So I'm gonna take it out, and part of the reason I'm taking it is because I'm actively trying to not only just find new places to record, but also I'm trying to nail like the perfect angle, the perfect shot of this car. So that's part of the goal for today. Went to Porsche. We went to Porsche in Atlanta last time we went up there, and I got something here. I'll show you guys that in just a second. But yeah, the roads do look a little bit drier, and I did mess up. I did make a mistake today, and the garbage can isn't completely full and stinks. And I told myself last night, I said, take the garbage out, take the garbage out, take the garbage out. Then I was like, no, I'll take it out in the morning. And then I didn't remember this morning until I heard my neighbors slamming their garbage cans shut to take them inside, and we completely missed the trash pickup. That blows, it really does. Being on school schedule, we don't come outside as early as we used to, and I gotta remember to do it the night before. Don't do it the morning of. The plus side is, oddly, we have trash pickup twice a week. And so we have trash pickup again this week on Friday. So we're just gonna have to manage it until Friday. Granted, Friday is a holiday, so we may not have trash pickup until Saturday, but at least we don't have to wait all the way again until next Tuesday. So there's that. And so we went to Atlanta, and you guys have seen the hat that I wear. And if you've been watching the channel from the beginning of me picking up this car, you know my story and how I came from Porsche, and I'm now here with GM, Chevrolet, and Corvette, specifically the Corvette team. But my hat is beat to shit. And I said, you know what? It's time to get a new hat. And so I went back to where I got my hat the first time, which is when I got my Porsche Macan GTS. And I was going to get a new red hat because I really like the red hat. And I ended up with this brand new black hat. A brand new in the bag plastic black Porsche design hat. I really like this hat. I like the flex fit, and I just really liked it. So I said, why not just get a new one? Now, in typical Porsche fashion, this hat is hella expensive, and I had a receipt. I don't know where the receipt went. The receipt might be somewhere in the expedition somewhere. Hang on. Oh well, I don't know where the receipt is, but this hat was like expensive as shit. If y'all can guess how much this hat is, drop it in the chat, in the comments, and then I'll see if I can find it, and I'll see who was the closest. But this is my new hat. Nice and clean, fresh fit, bound to start some conversation and get people asking questions. Why are you wearing a Porsche hat? Why are you wearing a Porsche hat driving a C8 Z06? And actually, Look at this. I think these colors, it's like meant to be. Huh? It's like meant to be, right? Ignore the mess that is my garage. I did order yesterday. I finally ordered my car wash setup. So that'll be here end of the week, early next week. And so I'm actually going to work on getting these boxes put into these bins. When we were in Nashville, we actually picked up this sunshade for the backyard. So we're going to put this together. I'll get rid of that. My kid wanted a bed, so we grabbed a bed from IKEA when we were in Atlanta. This Expedition Max is the most versatile vehicle that we've ever owned. And I'm glad we bought it because it absolutely just crushed it in making this happen. And so I'm going to clear this up, get organized. I need to clean the floor because it's got some stains on it. I might move this Husky cabinet, but ultimately I plan on putting my pressure washer and my car wash station equipment over here and just tidying up a little bit. And I do need to list these wheels, these BC Forge wheels. I need to put them up for sale and get rid of them because I have no use for them anymore. All right, so today is going to be more of like just like conversational, I guess. I need Nicki Minaj to chill out for a second so I don't get a copyright strike. My wife, she's actually leaving too. But I did want to show you guys this. I didn't know this until now. So this is, apparently this is not isolated to just me, but it's definitely not something that's like widely shared. And it is technically a problem, C8 in general, regardless. And apparently this button here for the armrest can pop out. Oh, there it is. It just popped out. So it still works. It just, you close it, it pops out. And this is kind of weird. It's kind of stupid. It's kind of janky. And so there's a problem. That's my first problem. So I just kind of like shove it in there or like hold it and close it at the same time. But I'm actually probably going to work on like a long-term solution, because just replacing this with the same part essentially is going to do the same thing. And so I don't want to waste my time with that, or GM's time with that, or risk any other issues popping up because I dropped my car off to get this fixed, and then I come back and something else is broke or something, because you know how it goes. So I got an idea how I'm going to fix it and solve it and simplify it, and maybe it'll be a solution I can sell to other C8 owners. Well, what's up, guys? Everybody. Let's see if I can get me a good angle here. That might be the best. Tell you what, if you're gonna shoot driving, you're gonna need a wide angle. There's not a lot of room in here. The gate to the neighborhood is, okay, it's closed now. But we got a notification because there was a storm the other day, and they said that the gate got struck by lightning, but I guess they fixed it. All right, we're gonna go back and forth a little bit, but now I'm shooting on my Samsung S23 Ultra, 25 Ultra, I think it's a 25. I just got it, so I think it's a 25. And so we're 60 frames per second, UHD, which I think is 4K. And you can see, I think in this light, you can see some of the PPF, signs of PPF. You see that? I'm supposed to take it back so they can inspect and make adjustments and minor tweaks. But in this light and at this time, we can start to see some of the signs that PPF was done. You see that? And we're also back in a spot we haven't been in a while. This is one, I think this is where one of the first videos was, where I did a walk around. We walked and talked about the car. But, you know, granted, there's evidence that the PPF has been done with some of these bubbles and stuff. But that's minor stuff that can be corrected. But the beauty of it is like, you know, it's like I don't have to worry about any more imperfections. I don't have to worry about any more scratches. I don't have to worry about any more nicks and chips and any of that other stuff for the most part. Granted, the Expedition, my wife's car, the front of it, the hood, the PPF on the hood has a hole in it, and something hit it. Something hit it on the highway and ripped a hole in it. So we got to get that fixed. But the paint's perfectly fine. The PPF did its job. And so it's like, now we'll just replace the PPF on the hood. We don't have to fix a chip in a hood and get it painted and all that other stuff. So, you know, PPF's not cheap, but I think personally for the vehicles that we really like, and the ones that we spend a lot of money on, I think it's definitely worth it. And so let's get a few angles here. See if I can nail down just that sweet spot, that perfect angle. And we'll go through a few here. So, all right, right now we got the side shot. We got kneel down, crotch down, side shot, driver's side. Here, we could call it like front 3/4 standing, front 3/4 kneeling. Then we got front straight on, the front standing. Then we got this Rogue Ultima coming. You know how those drivers are, you gotta be careful. Front, center, kneeling. I'm just trying to figure out, and honestly, I'm gonna have to look at it. I had to look back at it in post and see where that sweet spot is. You know, maybe it's a combination of the side, the angle, the height, and the distance. Because I think part of it is trying to capture the true shape and design elements that aren't necessarily visible at all angles. Because there's a lot of lines on this car. There's another spot that I wanted to take y'all to, but it's too busy even today at, it's 11. So, you know, it's not as early as I thought, but it's summertime. So off season, when off season hits, I'm gonna take y'all over there. And I think it's a pretty cool spot. It'll be completely empty and isolated, and we can get some good shots, good lighting and good ambiance and good scenery. But today I drove through it and it's impossible. There was no way that was gonna happen. I don't know what this Jeep guy's doing, but you see some interesting things happen when you start recording the video, or maybe it's because of the car. I'm not really sure, but I can already tell you guys right now that it's a little bit too crowded, a little too rowdy over here. So I'm gonna move on to another spot and just get one last shot on our way out. And I switched it this time. This one's UHD 4K 60 on portrait mode. Maybe the angle's closer. Maybe I was too far away. Maybe the better angle is closer up. Why did that gas station sequence ever become popular?
Bad when you're capable of beating
Testing out a new spot. It's shaded, it's cool. I think I'm almost at the top level. There's nobody here really on this level. Low traffic. We got some dynamic lighting here with the sun coming in on this side, and I don't know. Maybe that perfect angle also includes lighting. And today, this video, I wasn't even planning on making a video today. Not on this channel. But it's the first of the month. It's July 1st. And I wasn't really feeling it from a working angle. And so I told my wife, I said, I'm gonna take the car out. I'm gonna talk to you guys. And I thought about it. I said, you know what? This is actually the perfect time to do it because it's the start of the month. And for me, maybe for you guys too in business, it's the end of the month that really kind of gets you going. Now, granted, every day of the month matters as far as working towards that top line, bottom line number, but the end of the month feels different than the beginning of the month. So I look at this as an opportunity for me to just kind of chill, cool down, relax, and unplug and reset, recharge my batteries for this new month. And the end of last month made that very, very simple and easy to do because we ended on a high note. And that's actually part of kind of what I want to talk about a little bit, especially from a work perspective, okay? And what you choose to do and invest your time in and earn your money to then buy the things that you want, need, gotta have, whatever it may be. And I actually recorded this clip the other day, and I probably should have added more context to the clip, but I feel like, you know, motivation and inspiration can come from anywhere. Shout out Daily Driven Porsche for motivating and inspiring me to make a video today because he had that crispy thumbnail or some crispy shots of that 992 Carrera S on those 21, 22 staggered setups. So I was like, you know what? It's about time. Come on, let's go. Granted, his was clean. I gotta wash mine, but the wash is coming. It's coming soon. But he did mention in the video, he goes, for anybody new to the channel, I know it's called Daily Driven Porsche, but we talk about money and he's been driving his truck. So he's like, let me bring the Porsche out just to remind you guys of why the channel is called what it is. And that's what we do is we talk about money, whether we want to or not. It's just kind of how the conversation ends up going, which I do want to expand on that conversation a little bit from some of the comments that you guys have left. And the clip I want to share with you of my own, I want to point out how even somebody like Daniel Mack is so influential for our youth and the future generation of business owners and entrepreneurs, CEOs, CFOs, you know, the big dogs out there, right? Crushing it, making big money in this creator economy in a new non-traditional format that's really going to change the game. And social media and TikTok and YouTube, for instance, isn't necessarily 100%, in my opinion, only trash and only garbage, especially if it can create opportunities like the one I'm going to share with you of a young man to hop out of the truck, probably spending the day with his dad, working over the summer to ask, in my opinion, a high value question. What do you do for a living?
I was thrown off a little bit. I was caught off guard. I pulled the car out. I took the top off, took the hard top off, and this young man, he approached me as I was coming out of my driveway. He says, "What do you do for a living?" And I honestly was not expecting that. And I rarely ever tell anybody in person that what I do is YouTube. But considering his age and just the simple fact that he asked this question, I felt like I was obligated to tell him the truth, to inspire perhaps maybe for the future. Now, I guess the catch here is the answer to the question of what do you do is YouTube. But maybe the question that you really might want the answer to is, what did you do to get here? Perhaps, maybe. And I think more importantly, the answer is keep asking questions. More importantly, listen to the answers to those questions and then take action. That is the key, folks. That is the key. And use technology. Use all of this to your advantage. Use what you have at your disposal, perhaps maybe, to do whatever it is you need to do so that in the future you can do whatever it is you want to do.
All right, is this the one? Is this the angle? Is this the thumbnail? Should I put supercar across the top and really get on people's nerves? Nothing draws a crowd like people who want to hate on your damn C8 Z06, right? But I know you guys don't. I know you guys love it. Whether you're a C8 Z06 fan or not, you're car people. Y'all cool people. That's why I spend this time talking to you. It's why I like hanging out with you. It's why we honk when we pass each other on the street and we wave and we don't even know each other, but we know. If you know, you know. You know, you just get it, right? We speak the same language. It's kind of like music. If you think about it, in almost any culture, any language, music is universal, whether you know the words or the lyrics or not. Now, I don't use this channel as a profit center, so I'm not necessarily saying I didn't feel like working today, and then I came over here to work instead, because I said I don't want this channel to become a job. I don't want it to become work. I don't want it to become unenjoyable. But it is monetized and it does make money. And so far, it's made almost $35. That won't even cover how much I spent on gas alone today, but it is what it is. And who knows? Who knows where this will end up, where this will go. But like I said, we ended June on a high note. We're starting July off on a really good start, I think. We got a lot of great things that we've been working towards happening and taking off. And I think we're going to end the year, you know, fingers crossed and barring any unforeseen circumstances, pretty good. And then we're just going to continuously work and grow and build on that for, you know, the future. But like I said, I want to talk to you guys. And there's been a lot of you folks that we've been actually kind of going back and forth. And I don't have this in any particular order. I'm just going to scroll until it resets and we kind of get maybe to a stopping point here and just talk to you guys a little bit more, maybe provide a little bit more answer or clarity to some of the questions you may have asked, statements you may have made. And so let's start here. Mine's coming in the near future. Congratulations. So that was in response to taking delivery from Porsche Mobile of my C8 Corvette Z06. I appreciate that. Thank you. And I hope you enjoy yours. I don't see how you couldn't. So congratulations when you get yours. Z06 is a Corvette and Z06 is a supercar. That was in response to my just an honest C8 Z06 is not a supercar rant. That was a fun one. It's an amazing car. And that's Olivia Schuyler. Yeah, I thought I had a few women, guys and girls out there watching. At least that's what the YouTube algorithm said, analytics. Go dogs, brother. Sick 'em. Congratulations. Me too. It never fails. Awesome car. Interesting. It's been argued before. Corvette Buddy Lau has a very interesting vid on same subject. Check it out. Me, just blessed to own a Z06. I agree. And honestly, I only poke fun of the Z06 supercar conversation just because I thought it would be interesting. I thought it would be comical and humorous. But yeah, I really love the car. I enjoy it. Still learning about it, still figuring it out, still haven't really pushed it that hard, I don't think. And the Factor 6909, I see you. He says on this phenomenal angle. Maybe that's it. Maybe the angle I'm shooting for is from the back. Maybe that's because I put that up on a community post. I think that might be it. And the Factor 6909, I appreciate the comments. Mistakes were made. I bought a Z06 instead of a 911. I don't know. I don't know if anyone can truly say that they're in a position to buy either one, and whichever one they chose was a mistake. You see what I'm saying? Actually, I had a Turbo S roll up on me the other day, I think he wanted some, but then he turned around and left, and I didn't go with him. Today, actually, today's like been Bentley day. I've seen a lot of Bentleys riding around today, newer Bentleys, sedans, coupes, convertibles, SUVs. And again, it's like, if you're in a position to buy these things, I don't think you could really say mistake. You know, I saw a few Range Rovers, which I think the Range Rovers look really good. I wouldn't really want to own one, but you know, it's like, if you can afford to buy any of these vehicles, like, who really made the mistake? Like, you know, I think you really wanted the Porsche. You know what? I thought I really wanted it too. I tried to convince myself that I did. I thought it would be a natural progression coming out of the current Porsche that I was in. But no lie, I don't feel like I'm missing anything. I watched Chris Harris last night, and he was driving his new 992.2 GT3 Touring. I watched a few videos comparing the GT3 Touring to a ST. Even Daily Driven Porsches got his 992 Carrera S. And I think they look good. I just don't think that it was exactly what I wanted. It wasn't exactly what was going to scratch the itch that I had. And shit, I mean, really, one of the itches was a statement that I made to my wife, which was, no matter what, I said, the next car I get is because race car. Because race car. And I wanted a car that I almost was like, I would dread driving because it was so uncomfortable and so rough and raw and brutal and loud and obnoxious. And then I found this. And it kind of like is the best of both worlds when it comes to that. And I feel like it's pretty damn close to a race car in comparison to a 911. I think a 911, even a GT3, unless you're getting into maybe a Carrera T, or you're getting into an ST maybe, or you're getting into a RS, I feel like they're a little too refined, a little too smooth, a little too nice, a little too luxurious. Hell, and don't get me started on Turbo S. I don't know if I would ever consider a Turbo S to be because race car. It's just too elegant. It's just, yeah, it's not a bad car. It's just, it wasn't what I was looking for. Hector says, in a few years, I'll be with 100K less than a Turbo S. Or in a few years, it'll be with 100K less than a Turbo S. Porsche holds its value. Both are great cars. I would agree. Wow. I'm ignorant. This guy is a realist, but it's hilarious. Honestly, guys, I'm not gonna lie. I enjoy going back and forth, and you know, good, bad, indifferent, whatever. I think it's all in good fun. David Aiken says, "Man, I want me a Z06 now." Yes, it can definitely change your bank account. Agreed. Hope to buy mine in about 2 short years. That'd be awesome. I guess if you fall into that category and you say you hope to buy one in a few short years or 2 years, right? If you're hoping to buy one soon, are you getting an early C8 Z06, or are you getting a 2026 or newer C8 Z06 with an updated interior? Which one are you getting? Oh, show us how we can own one who is faceless. Show us how we can own one. Yeah, you know, there's a lot of ways you could own one, you know. I guess technically right now I'm actually showing you how I own mine, you know. And you know, after this, I'm gonna get back to it. My wife, she does YouTube as well. We're gonna get back on the grind and essentially I think almost any field, any industry, any career path has the potential to produce high levels of income. And that's kind of one way you could do it. The other way would be to be extremely frugal with your money and save as much as you can and invest as much as you can to make that money grow and be able to increase its purchasing power beyond what you earned in exchange for whatever work you have done. And if you're doing work, getting paid in a linear form based on the hours you put in and the money you make is, you know, equal to that, there's nothing wrong with that. But I would say then find ways to work jobs that pay the most per hour you work. And it's not just for the obvious reasons, but if, basically, here's what I would tell the youth. I would say, go find a way to make $100,000 a year right now. It's hot. I'm sweaty. I'm oily. This is wild. I have to wrap this up. Go find a way to make $100,000 a year right now. At least 100,000, 120, 150. Find a way to make that kind of money. And then figure out how you can put yourself in a position to be able to pay someone to do the job that you do that pays over $100,000 a year. Think about it. If you work a job and that company, your employer, is able to pay you what they pay you, it's because they're making more than they're paying you to do whatever it is that you do. The key isn't just having the job or making the money, it's figuring out how the money is made. So then you can make it yourself, make more of it more efficiently and more effectively. And this is actually an interesting conversation because I was telling my wife, I said, within the next 4 years, I don't really want to do this anymore. I don't want to have to do this anymore. And she goes, well, what are we going to do? I said, we're going to do whatever we want to do because we won't have to do anything in particular anymore. And I laid it out to her and I showed her, I said, look, if you make $1,600 a day and I make $1,600 a day, then that's $1.2 million a year. I said, if we can do that for 2 years, we're going to be perfectly fine. Okay. We're going to be in a good spot. And, all bills are paid off, money in investment accounts, residuals coming in, dividends, not to mention some of the other deals that we're working on that are going to ultimately create monthly recurring revenue and passive income streams. But that's only so that when the time comes, we don't have to work. But we still will. We still will do things. We will still work in a sense. We will still earn money in some way, shape, or form, but we won't have to. Because think about it like this. Celebrities. I think celebrities and athletes, but maybe celebrities more so, and I would use Tom Cruise as an example. The amount of effort and energy that it goes in to make the movies that he makes, he doesn't wake up, roll out of bed like I did today and say, fuck it, I'm not doing shit. No. He's up before the sun gets up. He's hustling, he's grinding, he's working hard on the things that he loves and enjoys to do that ultimately pay him a lot of money. But him, LeBron James, Elon Musk, some of the wealthiest folks out there, they do what they do because they love it and they enjoy it, but obviously they're now to a point where they don't have to because money isn't the reward anymore. And that's where I want to be. And I think that's the answer for pretty much anybody out there, especially if you're trying to figure out how do you buy this, how do you buy that, how do you afford this, how do you afford that? It's figuring out how to get yourself into a position where the money doesn't matter anymore. And it's not like you throw it away and you burn it, you don't care, you don't try to earn it, but you just make it to the point where instead of earning $20 an hour, instead of earning $20 an hour, working an 8-hour shift and making $160, you've figured out a way to earn $300 a day by working only 1 hour, whenever you so choose. Then scaling that to the point of which you now earn $1,000 a day by working less than an hour, whenever you so choose, and you have an employee that you pay $150 a day, where you net $850, and you figured out this game, and you figured out how to scale, and you figured out how to grow, and you figured out how to maximize your time and free up your calendar so that if you wanted to, you could say, yeah, it's the first of the month. I don't feel like doing anything. I'm going to take the car out. I'm going to ride around. I'm going to shoot videos. I'm going to have fun. I'm going to hang out with people. And that's it. And so when you ask the question, how, I think the answer should be not go get this job or invest in this stock or, you know, buy this crypto. It's understanding the philosophy behind how money is earned, made, revenues produced, wealth is built, businesses are created. And I'm not necessarily saying this requires a ton of people either, because I am on my own. My wife is kind of on her own. And that's pretty much it. We don't have employees. We don't have staff. We don't have even virtual. We don't even have virtual. We've gotten it so much so to the point now where it's just like, it's so simple, it's so easy, it's simplified. And, you know, we are our own weakest link, which I think is the best way to do it. But at the same time, if we wanted to scale to like $5 or $10 million business ourselves, it would be challenging. So if we wanted to scale to 5 or 10 million, then we would probably need to bring on, I'd say about 5 people. But at the same time, now we're responsible for those people. So there's that. But I'm done talking to you guys' heads off. I'm gonna go hop back in the Z06. I'm gonna drive it home, park that bad boy in the garage, edit this video up, and then share it with you guys. And then I think my wife and I we'll probably knock out a video or two on the main channel, our work channels, and then we're gonna go hit up. There's a pizza place that we're gonna go to later, and for happy hour with our neighbor who just got that new Tesla Model Y. That's it, guys. I don't know if I figured out the perfect angle for it, but this is what you get for now.